In this video, I will explain you how to write C program for implementing this matrix addition. We have given two matrices M1 and M2. My input matrices will be both this matrix M1 and M2. My output matrix is M3. If I want to perform matrix addition, the input matrix should satisfy a condition that order of both the matrices should be same. How to write the order of the matrices? Order of the matrices are number of rows and number of columns. Take this matrix M1, we have 3 rows and number of columns are 3. Considering the order of matrix M2, we have 3 number of rows and 3 numbers of column. So order of both input matrix M1 and M2 is same. We can able to perform the matrix addition. How to implement this matrix in C? We can implement this matrices in terms of two-dimensional array. For example, if I implement this M1, M1 can be implemented like this. Data type of this two-dimensional array. So we have integer data. So data type is int M1. And then since it is two-dimensional array, it follows two dimensions. First one is the maximum number of rows, that is 3. And then second dimension is maximum number of columns. If we represent this M1 in C in two-dimensional array, we have at the maximum 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. And then the index position varies in the range of 0 to 2, that is 0, 1 and 2. How to mark the index position? Index position of the first row is 0, index position of second row is 1 and index position of third row is 2. Okay. Like the same, index position of columns are 0, 1 and 2. Okay. Like the same, the index position of matrices M2 are 0, 1, 2 and 0, 1, 2. So if I want to access an individual element from the array, the individual elements can be accessed using the array name and the index position. If I want to access the individual element 1, how to access the element? Okay, from this array M1, okay, I want to access the element 1, I can access with its index position. The index position is 0, 0. If I want to add this element with the element in matrix M2, the element 1 will be added with the corresponding element from the input matrix, that is M2. The corresponding element is 14, the element in the same index position. Okay, and then the corresponding element from the next input matrix M2 in the same index position, that of this, that is 0, 0 will be added. By this way, I can able to perform this matrix addition. In general, I can write this M3 of I j is equal to M1 of I of j plus M2 of I of j. Okay. The elements in input matrix M1 in the index position I and j is added with the corresponding element in the next input matrix M2 in the same index position I and j. After adding, the value is stored in the output matrix M3 in the corresponding index position, that is I, j. Using this expression, I can able to perform this matrix addition. We have written a C program. Inside main function, first is your declaration part. In the declaration section, we have declared three matrices M1, M2 and M3 as two-dimensional arrays. M1 and M2 are input matrices. M3 is going to be my output matrix. In addition to this, we have declared two integer variables I and j, which is going to hold the index position of these matrices. Okay, and then using this nested for loop, we are going to get values for first input matrix M1. Using this nested for loop, we are going to get input elements for the second input matrix, that is M2. Let me explain how this nested for loop, which contains a outer for loop and a inner for loop, is going to execute, okay, in this step. The execution of this for loop is outer for loop will get executed first and then the inner for loop will get executed. When we start executing the outer for loop, initially value of I is 0. How long this outer loop will get executed? Until I is less than 3. I is going to take the index position of the row indexes 0, 1 and 2. Initially value of I is 1. I am getting inside the inner for loop. Initially value of j is equal to 0. Okay, and then I am getting inside this inner for loop which executes a scanf statement. I am going to get the value of the first element in the first row of M1, that is M1 of I comma j. I is 0 and j is 0. I will get the value of first element in the first row. Okay, then after executing, again I will jump back to the inner for loop. Once after complete execution of inner for loop, I will get back to outer for loop. Okay, and then the inner for loop is not completed yet, so I am getting back to the inner for loop. Now value of j becomes 1, the condition is satisfied. Then I am getting value for this M1 of I comma j, that is 0 comma 1. Okay, and then again I am getting back since the condition is still satisfied. Now value of j becomes 2. Once value of j becomes 2, I am getting inside this inner for loop. Now I am getting value of 0 comma, that is 2. Okay, so this is the values of the elements in the first row of this array, that is M1. Okay, so during this iteration I am getting the 3 elements in the first row of this array, that is M1. Okay, after this again I will jump back to inner for loop. Now if value of j becomes 3, it checks for the condition, and when the condition is j less than 3, I will execute this for loop. Okay, j equal to 3, the condition is not satisfied, so the complete execution of the inner for loop is over. Now I will get back to the outer for loop. Once I get back to outer for loop, then value of I becomes 1 now. Okay, and then when executing the inner for loop, j takes the value of 0, 1 and 2 for the complete execution. Okay, so I am getting value for this M1 of I comma j, that is 1 comma 0, M1 of 1 comma 1 and then M1 of 1 of 2. Okay, so these 3 elements are elements in the second row, that is in index position 1. Okay, index position 1, that index position 1. Okay, and then the 3 column values. Okay, so these 3 values are values in the second row of this array, that is M1. Once the second iteration is over, I'll get back to outer for loop. Okay, the value of outer for loop now is I is equal to 2. Okay, so for complete execution of inner for loop, j takes a value of 0, 1 and 2. The values of the elements which we are going to get is M1 of I comma 0, that is 2 of 0, and then M1 of 2 of 1, M1 of 2 of 2. Okay, so these 3 elements are elements in the third row of this array M1. In the next iteration, when we are executing outer for loop, I becomes 3. The condition is not satisfied. The outer for loop is executed completely. So I am coming out of this outer for loop. Okay, so during this execution, when I becomes 0 and j takes a value of 0, 1, 2, we are going to get values of the first row in this matrix M1. When I becomes 1, we are going to get values of the second row. When I is 2, that is the index position of the third row, we are going to get all the 3 elements in the third row of this input matrix, that is M1. Okay, like this same, using these nested for loop, we are going to get value of the second input matrix, that is M2. We are using this scanf which is kept inside this nested for loop. We are going to get values of the second input matrix M2. Once we get the value of the input matrix M1 and M2, we are supposed to add these element in the next step. Using this nested for loop, we are going to perform matrix addition. Elements in matrix M1, that is in index position I, j, is added with corresponding elements in input matrix M2 in the same position I, j. Both the elements are added and it is assigned to the output matrix M3 in the same index position I, j. Using this nested for loop, I am performing matrix addition. After performing matrix addition, I was supposed to print the output matrix, that is M3. Using this nested for loop, I am printing the values of output matrix, that is M3. Okay. Within this curly brace, I am using one more printf statement. The first printf statement prints the elements in one row completely. After completing elements in one row, for example, if I am printing like this 1, 2, 17, this is the elements in the first row. We are supposed to print the elements in the second row. For example, the elements in second row is like this in the next line. Okay, so to move into the next line, I am using, after printing the elements in one row completely, using this inner for loop. Okay, while before printing the elements in the next row, I need to move to the next line. Okay, to move to the next line, I am using this printf statement, printf control n. Okay, so if I use this control n, I will be moving to the next line. After moving to the next line, I will be printing values of the second row, and then I will move to the next line. I'll print the values of the third row like this. Using this nested for loop, I can able to print the values of the output of matrix M3 row by row. Okay. So in this, in my C program, first is declaration section, which declares 3 input matrices in terms of 2-dimensional arrays. Okay, and then I and j is going to loop variable, which is going to take the index portion of rows and columns. This first nested for loop is to get values of input matrix M1. Okay, and then next nested for loop is to get values of the second input matrix M3, and then the statement written in this red color is the statement which is used to perform the matrix addition. Using this nested for loop and this expression, I can able to perform matrix addition, which adds the elements in M1 and M2. That is the corresponding elements in M2 in the index position I and j, and it is assigned to output matrix M3 in the same index position I, j. Using this nested for loop, the elements in output matrix M3 is getting printed. Okay, and then using this for loop, I can able to implement this matrix addition.